Alright YouTube, so we have another interview with Todd Howard. This time it's actually an Italian website, and from what I've heard from other people, it seems like Todd Howard's doing like an international interview tour, I guess, you know, talking about everything that Bethesda revealed at E3. But of course, we are actually here for the Fallout 76 information. Yesterday we took a look at the German interview. This time, again, it is an Italian website. There is no video this time. It is just a text interview on their website. And of course, it's in Italian, so we have to use Google Translate to even read what's going on, and it is kind of rough. Now, naturally, there's going to be repeated questions and repeated answers that we've seen in previous interviews, but there is information in this interview that we've never known previously. For instance, a kind of quick one, there's confirmed fast travel for Fallout 76. I don't know exactly how that's going to work, given that there's other players. Maybe if another player is near us, we can't fast travel, kind of like enemies in the game, but fast travel has been confirmed by Todd Howard. It's kind of awesome. But the two main ones I want to look at in this video are this anti-griefing mechanic they finally told us about, something we've never known previously, and we got a bit of information about the beta. Obviously not the release date yet, but it's still information we did not know. So first up, the interviewer asked Todd Howard, and again it is a rough translation, essentially how are they going to prevent like spawn killing, or people hanging out outside the vaults to kill other players, or just people trying to ruin other players' experiences. And Todd Howard says that at the current stage of Fallout 76, you cannot kill a player if they're under level 5. This is actually a pretty interesting anti-griefing mechanic, but I actually have a few questions about this. First off, we don't know exactly how the PvP works. We don't know if I can run up to you and just kill you outright, or if there's some sort of interaction we gotta have first before we can kill each other. But assuming we can just kill each other on sight, how does this work? So I walk up to you, you're level 3 or 4, and I just shoot you, you take no damage at all. That's kind of interesting, I guess, but it's also kind of weird and not realistic. And on the flip side of things, say I'm a level 4 character, can I just grief other players? Can I run up to you being level 10, 15, whatever? Can I shoot you, hurt you, and kill you, but you can't kill me back? Because that sounds a bit ridiculous. But either way, it's nice to know one of the other anti-griefing mechanics, because the only ones we knew about so far were that if you actually go into sneak, you disappear off the map from other players, and of course whenever you die, you can just kind of pick wherever you want to respawn. And obviously just about all of you have played the Fallout games, and you'll know that getting to level 5 isn't like super easy. You actually have to knock out some quests, usually about a couple hours of gameplay or so that's not bad. So next up, of course, is the beta information we want to look at, and the interviewer straight up asked Todd Howard, can you tell me something more about the beta? And Todd Howard responds with, I think it will be released in several stages, and our hope is that the main beta is the full game. Now this is interesting for a few reasons. Namely, of course, he thinks the beta is going to release in several stages, which is kind of interesting because betas don't usually last that long with a lot of games. At least in my experience, a beta is like a couple of days to a week long. But if you're going to release a beta in several stages, I feel like it'd have to be longer than that. And the other interesting part about his response is that he mentions he wants the main beta to be the full game. And what he means by this is the actual game. And he confirms this with the next question, where the interviewer asks if our characters from the beta will carry over to the main game. And Todd Howard responds with, we do not know yet. We do not want to reset the servers, but we'll see. Our hope is that it is the complete game. This part is absolutely interesting. This is like huge information. If you get access to the beta, there's a chance that everything you do within that beta will carry over to the main game, so you don't have to start over. Like, that doesn't I can't recall that ever happening with any beta I've ever played. You pretty much always have to start over. But if I can grind my ass off during the beta and get to whatever level and do whatever I can with my friends and we build up our settlements and all that shit, and that carries over once the game drops on November 13th or 14th, I don't know, that's just crazy, man. Like, that's badass. Like, this is why I like Bethesda. They always try to innovate, because I've never played a beta where what I do within that beta carries over once the game actually drops. Now, obviously, if you get access to the beta and your shit carries over, you're going to have a significant advantage over people that did not play the beta, but now we know that we can't kill lower level players anyway, so it's really not that big of a deal. Anyways, those are the things I wanted to look at from this particular interview. These international interviews are so good, man. They ask questions that have not been asked before. Like, how has nobody asked Todd Howard or Pete Hines, hey, is there going to be fast travel? Because it seems like an obvious question. Now, there are other things from this particular interview that I do want to discuss, and we'll probably do that in tomorrow's video, but these are the main things I want to talk about in this video, were the PvP anti-griefing stuff, and of course, the beta information. So, as usual, guys, let me know your thoughts below about what we discussed in this video. What are your thoughts on the level 5, below level 5 you can't be killed? What are your thoughts on the potential that we're going to play the full game during the beta, and also the potential that our characters might carry over to the main game? And if you went on to enjoy the video, guys, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, turn on notifications, follow me on Twitter at TheDashingDavid. Links to my social networks are in the description and in the outro. Later, guys.
for a while, quit acting like